I do not want to give money to the church because they waste the money, or worse, they use it for evil purposes. Today, in some churches, there is a winning prize for those who have given more support to the church. I do not give to the poor because I do not have enough money. I give my money to God so that He blesses me in my business. These are some of the realities we experience in our daily life. The readings of this 32nd Sunday in Ordinary Time, Year B, allow us to reflect on generosity. Why should I give almsgiving to the poor or to the church leaders? Three things are important to know for each and everyone who give his or her money or possessions to the poor or to the church, and to those who are hesitant to give. First, almsgiving is a concrete way of expressing the love we have for Jesus. It is very easy to say that we love Jesus. Living in a concrete way that love we have for Jesus is another reality, especially when it comes to giving our money, really without expecting anything in return. Why should I give my money to people who might misuse it? Why should we be generous at all? The primary reason we give alms is for the love of Christ. Christ who identifies Himself with the church and the poor. In Matthew chapter 25, Jesus tells us, "Whatever you do to the least of my people, the poor, you do it to me." It is exactly because Jesus identifies Himself with the poor that we are motivated to give to the poor. We do not give away our money so that we get blessings, but we give because we recognize that God has blessed us. Second, almsgiving is not a way to win admiration or fame from the people. Sometimes when we give money to the church or to the poor, we want to make sure everyone knows that we have done. We want people to admire and praise us for what we have given. Some ministers even encourage this behavior. In some churches, you will hear competition being organized, competition of almsgiving. We want our name to be tagged on the church wall or church benches for what we have done for the church. We call sometimes even media to publish the works we do for the poor or for the church. All these things are not bad in themselves, but the most important question to ask yourself, to ask myself whenever I offer or support somebody should be, for who am I doing this? I want to be admired, yes, but by who? By people or by Jesus? Why does the widow in the gospel of today wins the admiration of Jesus? Because she gave all she had, 2 coins. In the eyes of people, the offering was nothing, but in the eyes of God, she gave everything because she gave from her heart, out of love. Her almsgiving is a rich expression of her trust in the divine love and care her desire to do something for the Lord. That is why again Jesus tells us, give in secret, and God who sees all that is done in secret will reward you. Third and last point, we can never help everyone, but everyone can help someone. You know, sometimes we are discouraged to give because we want to compare ourselves with others. There is no better tithe than the other. There can never be competition in giving to Jesus. There is no one who gives better than the other. God blesses us differently, and He expects us to give differently. What we are all asked to do is to give out of love from the heart. If you wait to have enough money to give to the poor, that time will never come, because there is never enough for human beings. 2 coins and a handful of meal were enough in God's eyes from these 2 widows from the first reading in the gospel. They were enough because they were given out of love. Mother Teresa of Calcutta once said, it is not how much we give, but how much love we put into giving. Again, we can give without necessarily loving, but we cannot love without giving. It means if we love Jesus, we can never miss to give. Now, if we find it hard to give either to the church or to the poor around us, we should question ourselves, what kind of love do I have for Jesus? It is only the love we have for Christ that should inspire us to give, only that love. Giving alms is not a way to bribe or to influence God so that He might bless us. Almsgiving is not a lottery game. It is not an investment as such, where you can expect to benefit from your investment in a particular way in a particular time. God gives us even more than we ask because He knows our needs. With God, we can only give out of love because we only give back what we have received from Him. Today, dear brothers and sisters, let us ask the grace to give with an open and thankful heart from what we have received from God. There is more joy in giving than in receiving.